Hey, what's going on everybody? I am going to do a quick walkthrough of Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas, going deck by deck in all the common areas. And so I am starting on deck 4 at the back of the ship, and we'll start with the Grand Restaurant. So this is one of the main dining rooms. And then also at the back of the ship is the hibachi restaurant. The hibachi restaurant is called Izumu Hibachi and Sushi. How's it going, sir?
Yes, only one to me. So the hibachi is.
Continuing on the back of the ship. So now we're going to go into the Casino Royale, which is the casino. It is a smoking casino, just to let you know. It is a pretty good sized casino. Plenty of games. They do poker, they have blackjack tournaments, craps, roulette. They have it all. Continue to move on towards the front. We have an art gallery. This is the Park West Art Gallery. And then kind of in the center of the ship on the 4th floor, we have Studio B, which this is the ice skating rink. And then here they're going to do the adult quest here. It's a kind of a flex space. As we're moving on, we have the comedy club. And then a little bit further up, we have Blaze. And then next to the comedy club and across from Blaze is the Casino Royale smoke-free casino, the non-smoking. So this one is not as big, but it's smoke-free. They do have roulette and they have blackjack here. And then, as we continue going forward, you walk past the elevators, and at the very front of the ship is the Amber Theater. Now this has 2 levels. Level 4 and level 5 you can get to it. So they play movies here during the day, and then they had the comedy show last night here. They did a play the first night in this theater. And that concludes deck 4. All right, picking up where I left off, this is deck 5. And this is the top level, or the second level, of the Amber Theater. Deck 5 has a running track. Starting at the front, after the Amber Theater, we are going to move to the back. We're gonna go through the elevators. And this is the Royal Promenade. So from front to back, we got the Boleros bar. They do live music here. They do Latin dance. And then right across, you have Starbucks in the center of the Royal Promenade. And then you got On Air bar. In here is where they do karaoke, they do trivia. It's a fun time. Karaoke gets packed here. Every seat was taken. And they do it not just at night, they do it during the day too sometimes.
Family and adult.
They have family and adult karaoke. And so moving front to back, we have the shop. So basically we have shops, right? So after the bars, next to On Air, you have the shop, Solera, and Port Merchants. And then across from that, you have Regala Jewelry. And they open at night when this ship is sailing. And then here in the center, they bring out merchandise to sell as well. So the Royal Promenade is a happening spot at night. And then right next to Port Merchants, you got the Bow and Stern Pub, which also up there, that little ship, that's where they do the shows at night. That's where the host will come out. That ship actually splits apart, and then there's a walkway that comes out. And that's where the host will be. So this is the Bow and Stern Pub. They do live music here. And then across from the Bow and Stern Pub is Sorrento's. This is the pizza place. Sorrento's, and then right next to Sorrento's is the freestanding kiosk machines for the Coke, if you have the Coke package. So here's where you get the free pizza, or where you get the pizza. It is free on this ship. It gets busy at night. Little seating area. And right here, good people watch the spot. So they have live bands. If you look up there, they have a band that plays up there. Every night I've seen a live band. They have a big party here, so all these seats along here, great for people watching. And Bow and Stern, those are great for people watching too. So then next to Bow and Stern, we have Island Market. It's a Kate Spade shop is what it says. And then right next to that is the Promenade Cafe. Cafe Promenade. So in here is where if you have the drink package, you get your coffee, your cafe mochas, your lattes, cappuccinos. You can purchase snacks, breakfast sandwiches, and stuff like that. Once again, great people watching spots if you get one of these chairs. Across from the Cafe Promenade, you have Next Cruise. If you want to book a cruise, you know, they run deals. Right now it looks like book your next Alaskan cruise today, up to $600 in savings, but they got salespeople in there waiting for you. You can get to the Casino Royale from this floor. But you have the collection right next to the Next Cruise. And this says Michael Kors. They got Michael Kors stuff. And then in the center is the Rising Tide Bar. And so that up there is actually a bar. And once it's open at night, every 30 minutes it goes down and up. It takes about 10 minutes for it to go down, and you can sit there and drink while it's going up and down. So during the day it's a fountain, and then at night it's a bar. And then we have guest services on the other side next to Cafe Promenade, but since I'm on this side, I'm gonna show you the champagne bar. So this is the champagne bar. And then if you have questions about shopping, the port and shopping desk, right here on the 5th floor still, right next to the champagne and martini bar. And now as we go over to the other side, we have Regala, which is watches. So this is the watch shop. Regalia, and then we got guest service. And now we're going past the elevators again. We're almost at the back of the ship. And we are going to go in silk. This is the main dining room restaurant. So I have not ate in here, so I don't know how the food is. It seems like all the shows conflict with my scheduled dining, so I couldn't tell you. But it's at the back of the ship. And that concludes deck 5. So let's go up to deck 6. Starting at the back of the ship on the 6th floor, we are going to go to the boardwalk. In my opinion, this is one of the coolest areas on the ship, unless it's raining. So starting at the back of the ship on the 6th deck, we have the Aqua Theater. If you want to watch the show here, make your reservations as soon as you get on, because it books out. And then on the deck, on the 7th deck, it's considered the 7th deck, we have a climbing wall on both sides. And then from back to front, we have a kid's little playground. They can climb up there, get their picture taken. And then we have the Sabor bar. It's like a tequila bar. And it's an outdoor bar for Sabor. Sabor tequila bar. And then you have the indoor Sabor tequila bar. So right here is the Sabor bar, the covered seating. I like the avocado margarita here. Across the street, or across the walkway, is Johnny Rockets. So next to Johnny Rockets is Star Pier, which it's a shopping place. They have souvenirs, sweatshirts, stuff like that. And then right next to this is Candy Beach, which is sweets and Pinwheels, which is the candy store still. they share it. So candy store, and then this is kind of toys, little kid souvenirs, stickers, stuffed animals, plushies. And then across the walkway from this one, from Star Pier, is the arcade. It's not a very big arcade. There's actually another arcade on the ship, which I would recommend going to if you want to play. And then you got the world famous carousel. I don't know if it's world famous, but you got a carousel here on the boardwalk. Just see all them ducks. And you have an ice cream shop, cups and scoops. Are they open? And then you have a donut shop, Boardwalk Donuts. And then we have the Boardwalk Doghouse. Now we are going to go in the actual ship. So this is outside, it's open air. And it's a pretty cool place to hang out. I like it. So you're going past the elevators. On your left, you have the loyalty desk and the schooner bar. So there's the loyalty desk. And here is the schooner bar. And it's a good spot for people watching. They play piano up here some nights, but I wouldn't say it's a piano bar. On the other side is Shore Excursions and Focus. Focus is their photo gallery, and Shore Excursions are if you want to book a shore excursion. If you want to get a professional photo shoot done, you can. They also sell the GoPros up here. When they do the live bands, they play right there. And then this is a great spot for like the 70s party or anything they have going on here. Because I said earlier, that ball right there will split, and then a retractable walkway comes out, and that's where the host will be. So now to get to the other side, we have to go down the stairs, cross the promenade, and then up the stairs on the other side to get to the Vitality Cafe and Salon. Okay, so here we are on the 6th floor at the front of the ship. And here is the Vitality at Sea Spa and Fitness Center. So let's go check it out. They do classes here, you know, posture, and I think there's one. They do ab classes. Here is the salon. You can get your petties. Vitality at Sea Spa. Oh. Look how zen it is in here. They got the Smile Spa. They do like teeth whitening consultation. So one side's the spa, the other side's to get to the gym. So you got a cardio room. You got bikes and ellipticals, treadmills. You got weight machines. Plenty of weight machines for everything you could want. And then they got free weights too. And some more treadmills. And that ends deck 6. So deck 7 is all staterooms, except for the rock climbing wall, which I believe you get to it from deck 6 out in the boardwalk. So we are going to go up to deck 8 and check out Central Park. We are on deck 8 now. Specifically, we're kind of in the middle, but we are up towards the front. We are going to go check out Central Park, which I think is one of the coolest areas on this ship. Here is Central Park. So going from front to back, immediately on the right we have Coach. And all these shops don't open until the ship actually leaves port and starts sailing. So unfortunately I can't really show them any of them to you right now, but Central Park has plenty of places to sit. I feel like they actually pipe in music, bird sounds and all that. At night they have the crickets. So this is Prince and Green. And they have Picture This Portrait Studio. And then on the other side, opposite of Coach, Prince and Green, and Picture This, is Vintage's wine bar. And then next to Vintage's wine bar is Giovanni's Table, which is an Italian restaurant. It's lunchtime, so I don't know if they'll let me in.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Can I take a picture?
Yes, of course, absolutely.
So this is Giovanni's Table. This one's specialty dining. And then across from Giovanni's is the Park Cafe. And they got seating out here if you want to eat outside. And then moving towards the back still. On the same side is Park Cafe. Well, the path will lead you right by it. But you have the Trellis Bar, which this is one of my favorite bars here. It's small, but it's fun to sit here and get a beer and just enjoy the atmosphere. They got seating out here. You know, you can kind of sit in the shade. This is just a fun spot. I really like Central Park. Plenty of Instagrammable picture places, you know, photo spots. Right next to the Trellis Bar is Chops Grill. This is one of those, this is the specialty dining steakhouse. But here we have Rising Tide. So on the 5th floor, this is the bar that actually goes up and down. You can access it on the 5th floor at low tide, and then Central Park on the 8th floor, 8th deck, high tide. And so here we are at Chops. So my recommendation, if you're interested in eating at one of the specialty dining, I'd get a lunch. Try to get a lunch reservation because same food, same menu, but I think it's about 2/3 the price or half the price. I'm not sure. Across from Chops is 150 Central Park. And now, going towards the back of the ship still, they have a little game area. You want to play backgammon. They have chess. I've noticed a lot of people don't know it, and I'm surprised because I thought it was awesome, but on the 9th deck, they have 2 balconies. You can come and sit out here and just enjoy the ambience. You go right by the elevators and then you walk out to the balcony. Once you get past the elevators, they have the jazz club called Dazzles. It's not a very big bar. So they play live music here. It's a small bar, nice bar. I enjoy it. But it's 2 levels too. And so that concludes deck 8. So starting at the back of the ship, or mid back, I'll just pick up real quick where I left off on deck 8. So this is the 2nd floor of Dazzles. So they got seating on both sides. You can sit up here, watch the band. Past the elevators, on the 9th deck, you can have your own little balcony overlooking Central Park. Two chairs and a table. You can sit out there and enjoy the ambience. And the rest of deck 9 is all staterooms. So that concludes deck 9. And now deck 10 is staterooms. Let's head up to deck 11 to show you the library. All right, here we are on deck 11, and this is the library. So let's go check it out. Let's see if they let me in. You gotta have a pass to get in. That concludes deck 11. You have the library and the Crown Lounge, which I can't get into it because I don't have status to get into it. But if you're looking for where it is, it's on deck 11. Try it. We're going up to deck 13. I said deck 13. Deck 14. There's no deck 13 on ships. All right, so this is 7 Hearts, which is the card room. Okay. So that is the card room, 7 Hearts, and this is on deck 14, kind of in the center towards the back. Okay, so here we are on deck 14 still, and these elevators are the front elevators. That's how you get here. And so this is the kids area. This is Adventure Ocean. Let me see if I can walk back here. So arts and crafts, you have the workshop. And then going in, you have play. So basically all your kids, all the little kids back here is in this one area. And this is on deck 14. And this is at the front of the ship. So they're divided up into age groups and all that. Aquanauts 3 to 5. And I'll keep going. They got different age groups. The Voyagers are 9 to 11. You got Adventure Science Lab. So it's educational. The kids get to have fun back here. And then you got 6 to 8 Explorers. Once again, this is at the front of the ship on deck 14. They even have an ocean theater. Okay, deck 14 at the front of the ship. Here is the sun deck. There's the helipad, the very front of the ship. They have these little wooden platforms jutting out on each side. I would bet it gets a little windy up here when the ship's moving. But to access this, it's at the front of the ship, deck 14. You actually have to walk through the hallway where the staterooms are. And that concludes deck 14. So let's make our way up to deck 15. All right, so starting on deck 15, this is where the fun begins. So this is the solarium, and it is the adult area. It is the 18 and up area. I think this is one of the coolest areas on the ship. It has 2 whirlpools and a small solarium pool, which calling it a pool is kind of a stretch, but we also have the solarium bistro and samba grill. Here is the pool. It is not completely covered, so when it rains, you will get wet back here. But they do have a lot of seating. Like I said, they have 2 whirlpools, then that small pool. And this is the front of the ship on deck 15. And this is the Solarium Bistro and Samba Grill. And now, as we leave the adult area, we are going to what I like to call the Lido deck, or what Carnival calls the Lido deck. So they got a whirlpool on each side. They got plenty of seating. They play live music out here. They have one whirlpool spa and 2 jacuzzis. What the difference is, I don't know. Let me go ahead and show them to you guys. So this is the whirlpool spa. And here is the beach pool. And then they have another whirlpool on the other side of the beach pool with more seating. But wait, there's more. Let me take you to the other side. Just wait here. So this is where they did the sail away party. And then they moved all these chairs, and this was the dance floor. So they got two more jacuzzis back there. And then here is the main pool. And then this is where the dance floor is, and right there is where the sail away party was. Right here is the pool bar. No, yeah, the pool bar. And now going back to the other side. On the other side is the sandbar. Then you have a towel station. And you got the water zone, the splash zone for the kids. You have another spa. So this is kind of the kids area with the splash zone. All right, so let me take you to the other side so I can show you the sports pool. So deck 15 is a great spot to overlook Central Park too. But let's look at the sports pool. So this is the sports pool, and they have another whirlpool back there, that red thing. You have a dive center, but I haven't seen it open since I've been on the ship, so I don't really know what that is. So you have the living room. Which I believe this is 12 to 17-year-olds. It's a youth zone. They have like games and stuff back here. Foosball. And then you have the Challengers Arcade. So this is the better arcade. There's an arcade on the boardwalk which is really small, and then this is the typical cruise ship arcade. Plenty of games. And then you got Breeze, which is another shop. Souvenirs, sunglasses, suntan lotion, stuff like that. And then continuing to the back, you got more seating, more covered seating, so you can just sit out here and just look out, enjoy the view. And this is deck 15. So we have Wipeout Cafe, another Coke freestanding machine. So that's a taco place. Here is the sports court. I've seen pickleball, basketball, they got soccer. Here's the seating to the Wipeout Cafe. So you can overlook the boardwalk. And then we have fuel. All right, so this is the teens dance club at night. And they have archery in here right now. This is fuel. And now on the other side, we have table tennis. A couple tables. Table tennis. And then we have cornhole. Here's the back side of the living room. Or I guess they call this the back deck. And then continuing towards the back, we have Allure Dunes, which is a mini golf course. And right here is the zip line. They zip line from there to there. This is one of the nicer mini golf courses I've seen. And that concludes deck 15. Now we're gonna make our way up to deck 16. So let's go ahead and start where I finished on 15. So now we are at the back of the ship. You have the flow rider. You have the zip line. You have the Wipeout bar. And you have another flow rider on the other side. since this is the back of the ship, the highest deck, you have a great view. A perfect day at Coco Cay if you're here. So this is the back of deck 16. To get to the rest of deck 16, we have to go back down to deck 15 and then back up. So let's go. So deck 16 is where the Windjammer is, which is the buffet.
There's 3 o'clock, yeah? So you could eat in deck number 8, 5, or...
So this is kind of in the middle of the ship. Okay, so this is the Windjammer. All right. To get to the rest of deck 16, as you come out of the Windjammer, you walk towards the front of the ship. And then there's a couple of doors leading to the outside. And here you are on the walkway. Great place to overview everything. And this is deck 16. So you have the mast bar, little seating area. And then on the other side, you're gonna have the sky bar. So this little walkway on the deck 16, this is a good spot if you just want to people watch. And the sail away party, this was a good spot because they did the sail away party right there, and then the dance floor was right there. But continuing on, so we have the sky bar on the other side. Another overview of the pools. This is the sports pool. And continuing to move towards the front. So that's to get to deck 17. And you gotta use your key card to get in. So continuing on, still moving towards the front of the ship. We are back at the adult area. This is the solarium, the top deck of the solarium. So this is the solarium bar. And this is at the front of the ship. So this ends deck 16. And I'm pretty sure this ends my tour because I don't have access to deck 17. That's where the people with status go, and the suites and all that. So This is all of the common areas that everybody on the ship can get to. So if you enjoyed this cruise, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because every time I go on a cruise, I've not only vlogged the day by day so you know what's going on if you're looking at that cruise, but I also do the room tour and I do a full ship tour so that you can research before you get on the ship. So if you made it this far, I really appreciate you guys, and until next time, have a great day. Bye.